Hey, hey, hey. This is Tony from Hot Topics Talk Radio. I am so excited because as I did promos with Man to Man Radio, I finally am able to get Chara Ann Tappin on screen for you. So we're going to just be shooting it a little bit. You know, I'm not going to say shooting the shit or anything like that, but we're going to be shooting it for a minute just to make sure that everybody knows that they will be going live here on Facebook starting this week on Tuesday. So I want you guys to basically get ready for Miss Chara Ann Tappin from Real World News Radio. And again, like I said, they're going to be going live this week on Tuesday, starting at 5:30 p.m. And that'd be 8:30 on the East Coast. So without further ado, I am going to bring you Miss Chara Ann Tappin. Hey, Chara.
Hi, Tony. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. It's good to see you. You look lovely.
It's this lovely lighting I have going on here.
It's not the lighting. It's not the lighting. But I was just telling the viewers that you guys are going to be going live on Tuesday night. Real World News will be changing up their format a little bit, and meaning that people will not be viewing you guys or actually listening to you guys or dialing in anymore. They'll be catching you live here on Facebook. So I want to ask you a question. What do the people have to look forward to with this new format for Real World News?
Well, you know, as you know, I can be fairly animated on the show, but now you get to see the animation along with the comments. So that should certainly be interesting.
Yeah, I had Man to Man on separately, of course, you know, because they always go back and forth with each other. And they're such a funny group of guys. But I had them on, and that was, I think, the concern is that their facial expressions will be telling all. So you think, So you think that's going to be the same for you and Reggie?
There's no hiding behind the anonymity of being a disembodied voice anymore. So we're out of the closet, so to speak. You know, it'll take a little getting used to.
So if I could ask you what is going to be, I think, the highlight of you going live on camera, what would that be?
Well, I mean, the information's going to be the same, you know, and the exchange will be the same. It might be a little easier for me and Reggie because we'll be able to see each other and we'll be able to feed off of each other a little bit more, get a little more energetic, I think. You know, the facial expression, they're going to get me. I just know it. They're going to get me. I might get a little bug-eyed when I get angry, when people start talking Trump nonsense, or I might get a little, you know. So I think it'll be interesting.
Well, I think that normally when you say you get bug-eyed, I think that has to do with the the conversations that are surrounding number 45. I won't even say our president.
Yeah. When I get angry or upset, my eyes tend to do this a little bit. So I'll have to be a little more mindful of myself now that I'm on the screen.
Well, I think it's going to be fun. I think it's going to be a lot of fun, but I think that is going to be great because now people can actually see you guys in living color. Normally it would be that everybody is sitting on the phone, and I don't think that they get the true dynamic of who you and Reggie are unless they can see you live and in living color with some movement going on. And I think that's going to bring a whole lot of character to not only the shows individually, but I do think that it's going to bring a lot of character to the network. Would you agree with that?
Oh, certainly, certainly. And of course, I just realized I can't sneak dinner in while we're on the show anymore either.
Or a smoke.
What are you talking about? No,
I know. Well, I'm going to have that problem myself. It's like, you're not alone. You're not alone. Oh my gosh. So right now, as we're online and we're broadcasting this, Reggie Kearney, your other host, he's listening in and looking in, and he's giving us a what's up. So, hey, Reggie Kearney.
What's up, brother man?
So actually, I'll be sitting with Reggie a little later in the afternoon, and like I did with both Richard Hall and Chris Smith, and now you, I'll be sitting with Reggie a little afternoon, because I think that, like I said, it's going to give everybody a chance to see you guys and see a different dynamic. That's what I'm looking forward to. But right now, I think that we've got Brian Chacon and Lily Green, who actually are looking in and listening in. You guys are welcome to send your comments on Facebook as the broadcast is aired. And I'll be able to see your comments and even put your comments up as the broadcast is going on. So you're welcome to do that at any time. And again, Real World News Radio is moving away from Blog Talk Radio as the network as well. And we'll be going live here on Facebook, starting with Real World News on Tuesday night, beginning at 5:30 p.m. Pacific, 7:30 p.m. Central, and 8:30 p.m. on the East Coast. No more dial-in. Never. Now, see, I can do it. I can do it when there's no 30 on it. However, because you guys are on the half hour, it's hard for me to say it. So, no, I can't say it. Oh, my gosh.
I think the other good thing about going to live feed, as nervous as I am about it, and truth be told, is that it demonstrates we're real people. We're real citizens, and we have the courage to stand by our convictions. We're not just doing these hit and run posts on Facebook or Twitter. We're actively seeking to engage people in discussions. And as we say during every show, we welcome people calling in, whether they agree with us or not. I almost prefer people who don't agree with us to call in. Sometimes it can get a little tight, but at least people are listening and talking, hopefully communicating with each other. You've got people on both sides of the fence who just refuse to listen, refuse to engage in any kind of discussion or dialogue, and then you've got those people who may be in their different camps but are willing to listen to each other and perhaps come to a happy medium, or maybe even learn something from each other. And I think that one of the biggest problems we have today, all things stem from our inability to actually communicate. And that doesn't mean yelling at each other or calling each other libtards or whatever other nonsense, but listening to each other, not just talking at each other. So I think that'll be a little interesting.
Yeah, and again, like you, I do invite people to join in on the discussion. Like I said, this is going to be a little different because we're not going to have the audio responses available to people, but people are welcome to post their comments. And during the shows, I'll be putting up those comments as people are actually posting them. So then that way, I and the hosts of all of the shows, and like we're speaking with Chara right now, we can see your comments and they'll go up and they can address your comments. And hopefully hopefully I won't jump in because at some point in time I will disappear, but I'll be sitting there. I'll be listening.
Never. We're going to pull that string every Tuesday night, Tony.
I do my best not to comment. I really do. And it's, you know what, it's because it's not my show. It's really not my show, and I don't want to monopolize anybody's time. I don't want to take anyone's time out. I want the issues to be heard, and I want people to be able to be engaged by listening to you and Reggie. So that's why I said I'm going to do my best not to comment, and even I'm going to do best by trying to not even be on camera. Because I want to smoke. Oh my gosh. But it's the truth. I'm only telling the truth. People wouldn't believe what I say if I don't tell them the truth.
I know. I'm trying to quit.
You know?
Oh, excuse me.
Yeah, right. Oh my gosh. So again, Real World News Radio is going live streaming this week on Tuesday, or this coming week on Tuesday. That would be Tuesday the 17th. The show begins at 5:30 p.m. Pacific, 7:30 p.m. Central, and 8:30 on the East Coast. So make sure that you go to their Facebook page. Don't come to mine. I'm only posting it here because of the amount of followers that I have, but don't go to mine. Okay. I'm going to say that again. Go to Real World News Radio, and right here on Facebook, and you'll see the live feed going on beginning at 5:30 p.m. Pacific and 8:30 on the East Coast. Anything else you want to say, Miss Chara?
No more shows in PJs.
I know. I know. Oh. I was really comfortable. Now I got to actually look. I got to comb this stuff. Put a little bit of makeup on. It's hard to do when it's in the evening time, but we're gonna try our best.
Yeah.
It's tough. It's tough. Guys, only they have to show up. That's all that they have to do is to show up. We have to look like this.
You come home from work, you work, well, we won't talk about work, but, it's hard. We put in a lot of energy and effort into work, and it's nice to sort of take things down a notch when you get home. But of course, the night of the show, I think to myself, and we've exchanged correspondence about this before. I'm tired, can't do it.
Right.
But as soon as that topic is running, we get heated, we get woke, and we start going back and forth. So my gear up time, I'm going to have to, wake up a little bit before I get on camera. But there won't be any faking the funk when you're on video.
You're right. I just put up Reggie's comment. He said that he's going to be in his robe.
All right, Reggie Hefner Kearney. Mm-hmm.
Did you call him Reggie Hefner? Oh my gosh. Yeah. So it's going to be different, but I think that it's going to be successful because like everything else, technology changes, and in order to be in tune with everyone and everything that's going on around us, we have to do the same. So again, like I said, I invite you to go to Real World News Radio, to their Facebook page, beginning Tuesday at 5:30 p.m. Pacific, 8:30 on the East Coast, and make sure that you join them and tune in. You can follow them. You can keep up with them. Don't stalk them. No stalking. Oh, but make sure that you do follow them. What was that?
That includes cyber stalking.
Right. No cyber stalking. So make sure that you follow them on their Facebook page under Real World News Radio. And again, that's this Tuesday night. So, Chara, you got anything else you want to say before we get on out of here and get you ready for this week?
Read the news and bring the popcorn.
Yeah, because you guys, and I'm talking to the audience right now. The audience has no idea just how smart you guys are. I've never had the pleasure of being around anyone like you and Reggie before. You guys are, I need a dictionary every time you guys are on.
I've heard you say that before.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I need a dictionary every time you guys are on. And it's because you use these words. I don't know if people can see my camera, but the words are like this big and my hands are going further and further out. But yeah.
I just love the English language. Words are there for a reason. They have nuance, you know? Unlike Trump, unlike some people, number 45, who have a limited vocabulary of maybe 200 words, you know, there may be to dumb down the country. But I read every day. I read several books a week. It was drilled into me at a very young age. I enjoy it. And it makes me really sad, the number of Americans who don't read. I think, God, life must be really boring. Like, what do you do when it's raining outside and you've seen every movie on TV? I mean,
nothing. They don't do nothing.
Pick up a damn book. I'm always entertained. I got my Kindle with me. I'm ready to go.
Me too, Chara. Me too. And it's good to be able to, I think, be able to hold a conversation with anyone and about anything. And that's the beauty of reading, is because then you can relate to so many different facets of this world we live in. But I'm like you. I read everything. And it's almost infuriating to some people, you know, because then I come off like a I come off like a know-it-all.
No, not at all. It's just, you know, I think that people respond to tone, they respond to words, whether they know what it means or not necessarily. I think a lot of problems start because of the ambiguity and vagueness of what people say. They don't understand that there might be micro or passive aggressions in their choice of words because they're limited in how they would express something. So, you know, like you can meet people who, you know, have the innate ability to be really intelligent. They just don't pick up books, so the skill they have in expressing themselves is limited. They're almost disabled because they can't communicate the nuances of what they're thinking and feeling. So words are important, vocabulary is important. And don't let the system do it. Don't let the system dumb you down. You know, it starts in school. We can't only rely on school. You got to read books outside of school. So, but let me back off the soapbox, because, you know, I'll go on.
I agree. I mean, I can't agree with you more. And I think that's what a lot of people don't understand, is that the system is actually dumbing you down. And the unfortunate part is that you don't have the know-it-all to see that or understand it. And that's why it's so important for us to read, I think. That's why it's so important when you read that you have an understanding of whatever that text is, that you can form your own opinions and not allow people in media to tell you what you should be believing or what you should think. And I mean, we're in media, but we tell the truth so badly. And not bad in a bad way, bad in a good way, is because we want people to understand the truth. We want them to know the truth. Now, what you choose to do with it after that, that's on you. But we give it to you like it is. So
I mean, think about it from a historical perspective. You know, our immigrant and African-American forefathers who were here, who were just learning how to read or sign contracts, how many of them got screwed because they didn't understand the nuances of the contract?
Right.
You know, they got screwed out of their wages or their benefits or their homes or their land or their cattle. You know, and we're it seems like we're returning to that again, and people, they're just not paying attention. They don't get it.
Yeah, and I think that's the part that hurts me. That's what hurts me. And I think that's why what we do is so important, you know, so that people have an understanding that this is, it's not something that I don't think that is just now happening. It's happened over the ages. But with so many things that we have as resources for learning and for gaining information, I just hate that people don't take advantage of these resources. And I don't want to get on a soapbox right now. I just
come on with me. Join me on the box.
No.
It's amazing. You know, earlier today, as a matter of fact, somebody posted an article. I think it was about, I don't remember what it was, but I questioned the source, and I said, well, I can't find any reputable news source that has also reported this. And so they do a screenshot, and like it takes a minute to search this. And the screenshot was a list of alt-right fake news sources that have, you know, demonstrably been proven to post fake news. And they took what they perceived the, you know, moral high ground, you know, and righteous indignation, saying, you know, look here, it just takes a minute to search. And I'm like, did you look at the results of that search? Did you? But it supports the narrative that people want to believe, so they don't question it.
Wow.
Yeah.
See, folks, that's what I'm talking about. You see that? You see that right there with Miss Chara Ann? You see that? That was that smart stuff she does. Who uses the word demonstrous in a regular conversation?
It's a great word. I've got words. That's a great word.
Oh my God, but she knows I'm kidding with her. She knows I'm kidding. I love them. I love them all. I really do. But yeah, I'm looking forward to you and Reggie bringing everything that you have to the table with this new format. And I think that people are really, really going to see how hard you work and how important it is to you guys to bring them this information, whether it be, you know, something that makes them feel good for the day, or if it's just information that will keep them informed. So I'm really, really looking forward to you guys being doing what you do, because you guys, like I say, you guys are smart people of the bunch. The rest of us just follow along like puppies.
Not true. You're just as smart as the rest of us, Tony.
I don't know about that. That's questionable.
Come on, tell her, Brian.
That is questionable. No, I do things on chance every day and see. You know, I throw it out there and see if it sticks to the wall. That's about what I do. You know. All right. So I'm going to tell them one more time that you can join Real World News Radio right here on Facebook by going to their page under Real World News Radio here on Facebook on Tuesday night. That would be Tuesday, October 17th, starting at 5:30 p.m. Pacific. See, I almost lost it. 7:30 p.m. Central and 8:30 p.m. on the East Coast. No more dial-in, okay? So you can see them interact, give you all of the news of the world, as it says, and it's Real World News Radio right here on Facebook. So I'm going to let Miss Chara Ann go and bid you guys a good evening. And Reggie Kearney will be coming up next in, what time is it? Okay, that's 5. Okay. So Reggie Kearney will be coming up in a couple hours, and I'm going to have a chance to sit down and talk to him. And he's going to tell you his perspective on what they're going to be bringing to you on these live broadcasts, these live streams. Chara Ann Tappin, you're the best. Mwah.
Take one and tell me.
I don't know about that. All right. We'll see you on Tuesday. Okay.
Got it. Good night, everyone.
All right. It's going down. Peace.